And here we are back on Warhead Wednesday. I started this match, I started this night by saying that a
Whoa!
member of Pitbull was going to get his retribution. He's going to get his pound of flesh. I thought it would be Vincenzo, but the criminal mastermind of Pitbull works just fine. JID riding down to the ring with a model of Kenneth Kilgore's motorcycle. I'm not going to try and speculate here whether it is or not. I think JID's, rich enough, wealthy enough to afford his own motorcycle, but the message is all the same. And for JID to be out here in the name, in the honor of his Pitbull brother Vincenzo, who was taken out earlier tonight in that brawl with Mamba Ant, I think it's very valiant of him, and it speaks to the kind of character that JID is, and it most definitely speaks to the kind of character that Mamba Ant is.
Well, most certainly so. Wow, look at that sign behind there. Did you see that, Kay?
Fairfax, Virginia. This town is really something. These people are really something.
And here comes the VSC Hollywood and Ash, the two-woman power trip of Pitbull USA with JID, the leader of Pitbull USA, former women's world champion, and now Mamba Ant with Kenneth Kilgore and his younger cousin Oleana ringside with him. Kilgore doing what he can recently to try and mentor TJ, Ice House Jr., Oleana, CJ Speed, and he really, and it's more than that. Anybody that is, Kenneth Kilgore is becoming a bit of a wrestling mentor for in the back. A lot of people come to him for tips and pointers, and so they are exactly apropos, that point honest in the ring. Eve won't admit it, but Eve is as good as a wrestler as she is because of what she learned from that man.
Yes, Kenneth Kilgore has been bestowing what he knows about the professional wrestling sport to affiliates and things of that nature, and to Mamba Ant. I mean, these two still train every day. They still give coaching to one another. They still watch each other's blind spots. They're upping their game. AK-170 is a case of iron sharpens iron, and the blade seems to be very, very sharp with Mamba Ant right now. However, JID is motivated. Not only is he here as the newly crowned, so to speak, hardcore champion, but he is here for vengeance for the events earlier tonight. I think Mamba Ant has got a rude awakening in store from him when that bell rings.
Whoa, swing and a miss. Last time out of Warhead Wednesday, JID went down to took the legs. Not even one. JID went down to his younger cousin TJ in a ladder match for the World Heavyweight Championship. There's no ladders, there are no tables. This is simply one-on-one and in that ring. The first time that this has happened between these two gentlemen. Not on main AWA paper on TV. Happened on occasion in house shows and such, but never on a stage like this, ladies and gentlemen. It's very different than a damn house show, with all due respect. And the elbows from JID. They have history in the battle versus of things and such, where JID definitely, and I think it's going to play a factor into this matchup. JID in that in those versus battles, okay, quite frankly, had Mamba Ant's number, and that's an understatement to behold. JID got a kick out of specifically beating Mamba Ant and exposing, just a sheer difference of in IQ, not just ability, but IQ. One, he enjoyed the fact that he was smarter than the young man and could outclass him in 7 different ways to Sunday. And perhaps what we just saw right there, Ant jumped right into it. 1, 2. Oh, God almighty.
That's a good point. JID did a phenomenal job proving it. The IQ was going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back in this matchup as Mamba Ant go for the roll-up cover. This coward trying to play possum and roll up JID.
Why can't you just call it that IQ as well? If JID did it, you'd be calling it Lord. You'd call it, doesn't like to play fairly. Neither of these men. I think
this man, Mamba Ant, took out the world champion. He took out JID's friend. If you're gonna try and face a man, do it with your fisticuffs. You try to lay on the ground and roll him up. You kidding me?
And wow, disrespectful gestures. Ant back to his feet. Oleana and Kilgore looking on and... Oh!
Crash and burn for the criminal mastermind JID as Mamba Ant in the ring. Pleased with himself. I bet he is. Man, the ego on that kid.
Daring so. He says, again, 7-time world champion. He's comfortable where he sits because as far as he's concerned, everyone else is playing catch up to him, but he does want that title back. J, last ride!
Well,
what type of example is he setting? Look at this. The power bomb.
When has Mamba Ant ever been known to set examples?
Oh, and another one!
Oleana's got to look to TJ for help. Mamba Ant is no role model whatsoever.
Into the ring. And Kenneth Kilgore looking on while Kilgore definitely has to enjoy what he's watching. Given how...
I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Oh.
In fact, I'm sure they came up with this in the back.
Definitely sure, Kilgore said, hey, yeah, Jay, watch out for this. He tends to lighten up around here, this, that, to that. Whatever discussions go on there, and look up, hook up. Backstabber! He's been attacking that same back, the last rides on the apron, on the barricade. What could be next from the man, the undisputed superstar? Welcome to prime time.
Mamba Ant here trying to keep that momentum, trying to keep that fight against Tipville going. I find it funny that he's still sour about what Tipville did to him at Dark of the Moon.
People's elbow.
I honestly don't know how he couldn't have seen it coming. Cover now. 1,
2. Make no mistake, he definitely did see it coming, but it's the principle that they did. The principle that they even tried.
You want to talk about the principle of doing things? Don't even get me started on the things that Mamba Ant did to Tipville, USA. Don't even get me started on the crimes he committed.
Oh my goodness,
a long time coming.
Oh, boo-hoo, a car. I'm kidding. No, that was devastating. That was devastating. That's also devastating.
That was just a car. It was a work of art.
It was a goddamn automobile. It was the gas station too. Damn it! How he has amazing lawyers. Hooks the leg as the Muhammad Ali punches one. Raining down the Ant. That's a deep 2 count. That's not what you want right now. That's bad. That's bad. Ant has already lost. Moonsault! Ant has already lost to Tiptastic on Monday AWF. If he can lose this to JID, no, now Oleana. Now Oleana to have words with Jay. Oleana's in the same boat, K, where Ant didn't exactly want her in the setting of the AWF, but like the CJ Speed, because of TJ's influence, they thought they could try their hand at it. But again, not all of them had the luxury of a debut like TJ had. Every bit of, I don't know, for Oleana, it's definitely a sink or swim, and to have words with JID, I don't think it's the thing you want to indulge in. It's mind games, and Ant, Grand Central Slam!
Certainly is sink or swim with Oleana. She keeps running with Mamba Ant. She'll get real acquainted with the victims of the Titanic.
And went for another Grand Central Slam. Takes him down. Port Authority. I know, bad puns all around like it's a bad 90s movie. But I rhyme. And this is Warhead Wednesday. The count's going. JID is in control of this matchup. And perhaps doesn't like that he can gesture all he wants. But Jay, the momentum. Oh, wait. Okay, now I have to shut my mouth. That's a nice German suplex. It's a nice German suplex. What else has he got coming up? He's got a big power bomb.
Mamba Ant trying to use the power game, but here's the thing. JID knows the worst of Mamba Ant. He knows the worst of what he's able to do. Lest we forget, Mamba Ant used to be friends with Tipville, USA, and that's what he thought was happening again. He thought
wait a minute.
Tipville was letting Mamba Ant into their arms.
Was going for that X Factor. Dumps him.
That would have broken Mamba Ant's facial. I mean, it would have broken his orbital bone. It would have broken his nose. Mamba Ant with an elbow off the middle rope. Way to adapt the champ, the former champ.
The trickery in the middle of it too, K. Like it was an N1 mixtape. Lord have mercy. That was like a slam dunk match, and that's no tip, no sign is hilarious. Shout out to that person.
It's that kind of goading. It's that kind of taunting that might cost Mamba Ant this matchup. He's talented. He's skilled. He's championship material. We know that. But he cannot rein in his ego if the world would depend on it.
Ant skinning the teeth, staying alive.
Mamba Ant has to prove that he's the best, and sometimes he goes to unnecessary lengths to do so. Lengths that JID knows the exact length of, the exact distance of, and has no problem exploiting it.
Going for the baseball slide. Jay and Mamba. Oh! Rolling Destructo Disc. 1, 2, cover and no. Not to be, not to be.
JID's still hanging in there, taking Mamba Ant's greatest hits. But now nothing's coming to fruition. The hardcore champion.
Top turnbuckle. Tried to
With something
grab
in
hold.
mind, JID blocks it. A nice right hand.
Damn.
Chicken
Dead
wing.
center of the ring. Dead center of the ring. Choking him. Oh! What?
And Mamba Ant taps. Just like that, Mamba Ant taps. Mamba Ant just tapped to the chicken wing crossface from JID.
That he did.
Is that how AK-170 drew it up? I think not.
And I'll tell you what, Kay. That is just, and that's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching.
Heart-wrenching?
Well, not for you, clearly. Not for you, clearly.
Heart-wrenching? Oh. Agent A, to me, that was just some justice delivered by a criminal mastermind. If you don't see the irony in that, you must be blind. Good God almighty, JID with vengeance for Vincenzo here on Warhead Wednesday. Mamba Ant might have to go back to the drawing board. Not what he wants to do at this juncture of this Tipville war.